What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to talk to black men today about something very serious, man. And I really want you brothers to understand that, there's a difference between loving somebody and caring somebody and being compatible with somebody. It's a big difference, guys. I'm 40 now, and relationships, man, what I've noticed in business or with the woman, it's monotonous, right? This is something that you do the same thing almost every day. In the business or the business of relationships, because it's based on doing little things effectively. And it really helps if you can get along with the people that you work for or work with you or the woman that you're dealing with. Doesn't matter how good the sex is. Doesn't matter how much passion you have for her. If you can't get along, it can't work. I even talk about it in terms of New Edition. New Edition was a talented group. Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, Belle Biv DeVoe, Johnny Gill. Talented guys. I figured that most of them cared about each other, loved each other as friends. They were better together. Couldn't keep it together because they couldn't get along. And so many times we try to force things with people, with friends, women, relationship with business partners. Can't get along. Same thing was going on with Safire. Okay. Safire has been having a big problem, man, with his wife for many years. Okay. He's been talking about her bad on social media. She's been talking about him bad on social media. They break up to make up. It's been a tumultuous 2 years. He wanted to divorce her, stop the divorce. She wanted to divorce him, stop the divorce. Now, here we go again with the struggle of. She has reportedly filed divorce. They just got married in 2019. Okay? Now, in Atlanta, what happened was, she found out that he was dancing with some other chick, okay? And that's what it was in all of this. But you know what? That's not really, I don't think that's what happened. Because recently their home was broken into and stuff like that. But what I feel is that tired of arguing, tired of fighting. All right? Because if he was dancing on some chick, grooving on some chick, something like that, it's a little cheating video, something that, they said that leaked. I don't think that's really, something to be doing, because the girl was twerking on him dancing. That ain't nothing to be doing, right? That's not that big of a deal. The big of a deal is they can't get along. Okay? She is high strung. The personalities don't match. And what they want to do is keep making it worse, extending the time. All right? Now check this out. In Fayetteville, or Fayette County Superior Court, she asking for the house, y'all. All right? She making it for she asking for the house. He will be paying child support. Okay? But I want guys to understand this too. Whenever you're in a long-term relationship or a long-term business, do you guys understand that relationships are hard? Business is hard. Every day you got to show up. A lot of guys, man, I want to say this in the black community too. My dad had this problem. You get married, man, but you out here doing the shit that, Normal guys do. You know, when you have a wife, man, I'm just be honest. Now, even though the girl was twerking on him and they're kind of superstars, you can't be doing stuff like that. You know, I don't think that's why she broke up with him. But, you know, the thing about it is he wanted to be married, but you don't want to be a husband. She don't want to get married, don't want to be a wife. A lot of young people don't know what it takes to make marriages work, to make businesses work. That's why the black community fails. People don't know how to be in relationships together. People don't know how to manage businesses. You have to show up every day to a full-time relationship. My grandparents were married. They got married in 1957. My granddaddy died in 2019. They married for 62 years. And my granddaddy was a deacon. He got baptized in 1949 at the Macedonia Baptist Church in Richmond, California. And my granddaddy served in the congregation for 70 years. Every Sunday. When he moved to Sacramento, there was no off days. When he's supposed to be home, taking us to school, he's there every day. Good, bad, feeling well, every day. Developing us kids every day. Fully committed to what? That's why I'm the way I am now. Because see, my dad, he had good things and stuff too, but he was too busy wanting to be in the street sometimes. Not wanting to sacrifice for his family like he's supposed to. And a lot of men don't understand that, and women too. A lot of women want to get married, but they don't want to sacrifice for and be a wife. You know, certain things you ain't supposed to be doing, talking back to the man, you know, being rude to the man. You know, the man got to be out there working long, hard days. You supposed to be there to put your family first. But people don't know how to be in real life. A lot of young folks don't understand how hard marriage and business is. And then when you can't get along, probably because somebody don't want to budge, somebody don't want to listen. That's what happens in young relationships. You know, there's no compromise. You know, in business there's compromise. In relationships there's compromise. I don't know if this is the man for y'all don't want to hear that. But any relationship that is long term, you have to compromise to a certain degree. I can't do what I want to do. You know? And when the sides, there's no compromise in it, you try to keep working through it as if it's gonna change. It's not gonna change. And you keep having these blow-ups, keep having these fights, because both of y'all are hella immature. And then the worst thing is the kids get to see all this. This is one thing I like about the old people back in the day. You know, and I came up in the last great generation, which was the 90s. We got to be able to see Medea. We got to be able to see the last generation that came out of the Jim Crow. Some of them was baby boomers and some of them wasn't. But I remember my grandma and I remember my you know, if they had problems, they wouldn't argue in front of us. They would go in the room and talk about what they had to talk about. Or they would go out and get in the car and they would go to the grocery store and talk about that. They would never let us see them acting buffoons in front of the family. They wasn't like my parents. You know, my grandparents had enough respect for us as children to say if they had problems that it wasn't supposed to be for us to see it. You see, they had enough respect for kids. But in this generation, everybody running to Instagram when they got problems. People unfollow each other when they got problems. You don't want to work it out with your kids. This is your kid. This is your wife. You have a problem with your wife. You go to Instagram complaining about your goddamn wife. That's a shame. This is the kind of men that we have today. Same thing with these women complaining about their husbands. You go to Instagram and tell all your goddamn business. Because you ain't got no respect for your wife. You ain't got no respect for your husband. And they need to get divorced for somebody to get hurt. The kids do not deserve stupid parents acting like they don't got no goddamn sense. This is a shame. And our kids don't deserve that. But so many kids, parents get married, doing stupid stuff. Daddy out there getting drunk, getting twerked on and stuff like that. You know you married, bro. You can't be out there like that. when you have a family. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment from the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out. Don't forget the Black Men Purse t-shirts.